Hello everyone, welcome back. Next topic, improve accessibility of audio content with audio element. HTML5's audio element gives semantic meaning when it wraps sound or audio stream content in your markup. Audio content also needs a text alternative to be accessible to people who are deaf or hard of hearing. This can be done with nearby text on the page or a link to transcript. The audio tag supports the control attribute. This shows the browser default play, pause, and other controls and supports keyboard functionality. This is a boolean attribute, meaning it doesn't need a value. Its presence on the tag turns the setting on. So, audio element gives a semantic meaning, and since for there are people who are deaf or have hard means have problematic hearing, so in order to make the content accessible for them, we can use the transcript or nearby text, and the controls attribute which can be used along with the audio tag is a boolean field, means it can be it doesn't need value. Its presence on the tag turns the setting on, and its absence will turns the setting off. Here is an example: audio ID and name and controls. Af- since it's boolean value, when we write controls, then it automatically turns the setting on. And as a source, there are two file types that are available here. Whichever browser supports will play there. Note that multimedia content usually have both visual and auditory component. It needs synchronized caption and transcript so users with visual and or auditory impairment can access it. Generally, a web developer is not responsible for creating the caption or transcript, but needs to know to include them. So we will have to provide options so that transcript can be added or caption can be added. It's not work of web developer to actually write transcript or things like that. So the task, time to take a break from Camper Cat and meet fellow camper Jersiax, a champion of accessibility and a screen reader user. To hear a clip of his screen reader in action, add an audio element after P. Include the controls attribute. Then place a source tag inside the audio tags with the source attribute set to whatever link is given, and type attribute set to audio or MPEG. Note that the audio clip may sound fast and be difficult to understand, but that is normal speed for a screen reader users. So, first what we have to do, time to take a break, to hear a clip, add an audio element after the P6. After the P, yeah, that is paragraph. We have to add audio. In audio, then place the audio open, audio close, then place the source tag inside audio tags, source, okay, source with src equal to uh, here it's given .mp3, copy, paste. So this link and the type attribute now type equal to audio or mpeg, and its self means single closing it with this, so it's a single tag with itself closing tag. Then place okay. The audio clip may start sound fast. Okay, after that, what we have to do, audio, I have not given ID or controls. So I will add controls. There is no mention of ID, so I think I can leave that for now. There is no requirement. And let's listen the audio. Okay, whatever it's saying, so leave that. And now for the test cases, your code should have audio tag, which is here. Your audio element should have closing tag here. The audio tag should have the controls attribute, which is a boolean. Your code should have one source tag. The value of the source attribute on the source tag, src attribute on the source tag, should match the link in the instruction exactly. I have copy pasted it, so no chance of mistake here. Your code should include a type attribute on the source tag with the value of audio or mpeg. So all conditions are satisfied, so run the tests and it's successful. Download my solution, and thanks for watching everyone. See you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.